Americans consume over 2 billion boxes of mac and cheese every year. That's roughly 6 boxes per person annually. It's the ultimate comfort food and quintessential childhood staple. But not all mac and cheese is created equal. So today we're ranking the most popular mac and cheese offerings from box to chain restaurant. From absolute worst to best. We're ranking on pure taste, perfect taster, ideal cheese flavor, and the kind of comfort food that makes you go back for seconds. Like, subscribe, and grab a fork because your mac and cheese prefix will up for debate. Starting at the bottom, we've got Velveeta shells and cheese, the boxed mac that promises liquid gold but delivers processed mediocrity. Velveeta has been America's liquid gold since 1928. The shells and cheese version uses pre-made cheese sauce instead powder, which sounds like Atway but creates more problems than it solves. The oversized shells are limp and prone to clumping together, throwing off the pasta to cheese balance completely. The cheese sauce is pasty, gloppy, and rubbery, with a waxy texture that coats your mouth unpleasantly. The flavor's bland and one-dimensional, lacking any sharp cheddar tang or complexa. The sauce pack allays the need for butter and milk, which sounds complete, but results in product that is artificial and processed. The shells often stick together in clumps, making it impossible to get proper sauce distribution. Overall, this boa neon orange nostalgia sadly borders on sweet and lacks real cheese. The hard pass for true mac and cheese lovers. No surprise the KFC mac and cheese landed number 14 at a side dish that proves the crows so stick to Trigan. KFC has been serving sides since Colonel Sanders started the franchise in 1952. But their mac and cheese feels like an afterthought rather than a carefully crafted dish. The consistency varies wildly between locations and times of day. On a good day, you might get decently cheesy, creamy mac with a touch of smokiness. The too often KFC serves up dried out, congealed mac that's been sitting under heat lamps for hours. The pasta is frequently overcooked and mushy, while the cheese sauce separates and becomes grainy. The portion sizes are inconsistent, and the mac often arrives in one solid mass that needs to be broken apart with a fork. When it's fresh, it's passable, but when it's not, which is too often, it's just sad. KFC mac wakes neither by because inconsistency as the enemy of comfort food. With mashed potatoes right down to many fans just skip this middling mac. Bojangles macaroni and cheese claims number 13, a southern comfort food. Somehow forgot the comfort. Bojangles has been serving southern favorites since 1977 in Charlotte, North Carolina, and their Cajun-spiced reputation treat expectations their bold, flavorful sides. Unfortunately, their mac and cheese is surprisingly blind for a chain known for bold seasonings. The elbow macaroni is soft without being mushy, and each piece is well coated in sauce which are pauses. The cheese sauce is incredibly mild. It hardly tastes cheesy at all, lacking sharp cheddar flavor that makes mac and cheese satisfying. The texture is cream, nowder than watery, which prevents it from being a complete failure. But for a southern chain that excels at bold flavors, this mac tastes like it was designed by committee to offend no one, which means it excites no one either. Oh well, Bojangles mac doesn't either to grandma's recipe or its own hype. It's a decent filler, but far from a showstopper on the fast food stage. Ghouls Chenima earns number 12 as the trendy newcomer that prioritizes nutrition over flavor. Founded by celebrity investors and health-conscious entrepreneurs, Ghouls launched as a better-for-you mac and cheese with add protein, fiber, and nutrients from vegetables like spinach and mushrooms. The Huawei noodles are darker and denser than traditional processor. The cheese sauce is bright orange and quite cheesy, with a hint of sweet pepper or veggie notes from the added nutrients. The noodles have a nuttier flavor and firmer bite than regular pasta, which some appreciate as more substantial. The problem is that while healthier, it doesn't taste better than traditional mac and cheese. The vegetal undertones and denser texture make it feel more like else from than comfort food, which eats the purpose eaten mac and treats. Goodles ranks in the bottom tier because while the nutrition upgrade is admirable, mac and cheese is supposed to be indulgent comfort food. Making it healthy changes the fundamental experience in ways that many people find off-putting. Cheetos Bold and Cheesy Mac sits at number 1 as the neon novelty is surprisingly ill. When Kraut teamed up with Chestershire, they created this eye-popping orange mac that uses curly rotini noodles dusted with Cheetos flavor powder. The result is intensely orange, artificially flavored, and completely at the top. Surprisingly, it's actually kind of addictive. The sauce delivers exactly what promise is. A blast of cheesy tang Cheeto seasoning each bat, pot a faint funky cheese ward note that suggests real cheese in mix. The large rotini holds plenty of sauce and creates interesting textures. The downside is that it's aggressively artificial and one-dimensional. The Cheetos flavoring is intense and doesn't develop or change throughout. It's more of a novelty experience and genuine comfort food. Cheetos Mac ranks low because while it's fun and delivers on its process, it's too gimmicky to be taken seriously and is not an everyday mac and cheese, but for a fun, nostalgic treat that actually nails the cheesy flavor. Cheetos brings the crunch flavor without any actual crunch. Ref Macaroni and Cheese claims number 10 as the nostalgic classic that defined mac and cheese for generations. The Blue Box has been an American staple since 1937, which was introduced during the Great Depression as an affordable meal that could feed a family of 4 for 19 cents. Kraft's powdered cheese approach became the template that most boxed mac and cheese still follows. The flavor is instantly recognizable. That's in fact cheese taste that's more about nostalgia than actual cheese flavor. The sauce is thin and somewhat sweet rather than sharp, and the noodles cook up soft and tender. It's comfort food for those who grow up with it. The problem is that by objective standards, it's not particularly good. The cheese powder created the sauce is thin, artificial tasting, lacking richness and complexity of real cheese. The noodles often become mushy or cooked to eat lightly. Bottom line, Kraft won't win a taste test against richer real cheese macs, but it remains an raw crowd pleaser that hits the sandbill spot we just need classic cheese. Church's Texas Chicken Baked Mac and Cheese earns number 9 as the sleeper hit that's better than it has any right to be. Church's has been serving setting country food since 1952, and their mac and cheese gets the full treatment, baked with a layer of cheese on top that creates a bubbly, golden crust. This extra stick bit about typical fast food sides. The macaroni glows tender than being mushy, and the cheese sauce is smooth, creamy, and genuinely cheesy rather than artificial. The beet cheese topping adds textural contrast and concentrated flavor that makes each bite more interesting. The combination of creamy interior and crispy cheese crust creates a home-style texture that feels more like restaurant mac than fast food sides. Nothing wrong with it. The flavors work, the textures complement each other, and delivers satisfying comfort food. While it might not have the cult following of Popeyes or Chick-fil-A, this Texas-born mac and cheese earns respect as a seriously satisfying side dish that could hold its own at a Sunday dinner. Boston Market Mac and Cheese secures number 8 with Spiral Rotini. That's a smart upgrade over traditional elbows. Boston Market has been serving Elm-style comfort food since 1985, and their decision to use Spiral Rotini instead of elbow macaroni is brilliant. The corkscrew-shaped Trot's cheese sauce and embry crevice, making each bite more flavorful and satisfying. The cheese sauce is smaller than creamy, with a nice cheddar flavor that's more developed than typical fast food mac. The rotini, maintains good texture and doesn't become mushy, while the spiral shape creates visual interest and better sauce distribution. The mac feels more substantial and satisfying than versions made with regular pasta shapes. The cheese-to-pasta ratio is excellent, and the overall execution is consistent and reliable across locations. All told, Boston Market's mac and cheese is a comforting classic with a smart upgrade and noodle choice, a solid mid-pack container that's hard to dislike. Potbelly mac and cheese lands at number 7 with 3 cheese complexity that surprises in the best way. Potbelly has been serving warm sandwiches in size since 1977, and their mac and cheese uses a 3-cheese blend that creates more complex pronounced flavors than single cheese versions. The result is richer and more sophisticated than typical fast casual sides. The sauce has depth and sharpness that suggests real aged cheese rather than processed cheese products. The pasta maintains a good texture, and the cheese sauce coats evenly without being cheesy or too firm. The very cheese blend breathes layers of flavor that develop as heat. At inside, the execution can be inconsistent. Sometimes the pasta is overcooked, and the cheese becomes gummy rather than creamy. When it's good, it's genuinely impressive. The quality varies by location and timing. When served fresh and properly, though, it's velvety and satisfying. Those real cheese flavors and a buttery taste make it worth ton. Potbelly's mac might not be perfect, but adds complexity to the fast casual mac game and can hit the spot at the hearty, cheesy side. Trader Joe's shells and white cheddar claims number 6 as the cheddar bomb. It delivers intense cheese flavor in every bite. Trader Joe's has built a reputation for private label pride since 1960 side, and their organic white cheddar shells keep cheese bites weight with a short, pronounceable ingredients list that suggests real food rather than processed chemicals. The small shell pasta doesn't even require add butter, though adding some makes it even better. According to Bon Appetit taste testers, each bite was a blast of sharp cheddar, with loud cheesiness that clings to every noodle for maximum food in breath. The sauce is tangy and very sharp cheddar forward, so intense that sometimes almost too sharp in finish. That bold flavor intensity secured Trader Joe's a close second place in Bon Appetit's boxed mac taste-off, proving that this grocery store brand can compete with premium options. The sauce might need an extra stir or two to get perfectly creamy, but once it comes together, taste testers can get enough. The shows hold the intensely flavored sauce perfectly, creating real cheese experience and hardcore cheddar fans will adore. For an easy pantry meal, it delivers genuine sharp cheddar flavor that most boxed mac fails to achieve. Trader Joe's ranks Civ, a legitimate cheddar bomb that delivers on bold flavor promises. The intensity might be polarizing, but it's genuinely flavorful, weathered in bland and forgettable. Noodles and Capri. Wisconsin Mac and Cheese cracks the top 5 as the fast casual chain that takes mac and cheese seriously enough to make it a canvas for creative combinations. Founded in 1995 in Colorado, Noodles & Company built their concept around fresh pasta dishes made to order, and their Wisconsin Mac and Cheese showcases their pasta expertise. The dish uses cavatappi pasta with a rich cheese sauce made from Wisconsin cheddar and jack cheese. While their classic Wisconsin mac is excellent, Noodles & Company really shines with creative variations like their buffalo chicken mac, which transforms the comfort food base into an indulgent masterpiece loaded with chicken, buffalo sauce, and additional toppings that create a complete meal experience. The cavatappi, corkscrew-shaped pasta, is cooked al dente and holds the creamy cheese sauce perfectly. Wisconsin cheddar provides sharp, tangy flavor, while the jack cheese adds smoothness and richness. The combination creates complex cheese flavor that's both sharp and creamy. A made-to-order preparation means the pasta has proper texture and the cheese sauce is hot and properly melted rather than reheat. Whether you were the clat version or upgrade to buffalo chicken, the quality is consistent across locations. News and Company rates fifth because they treat mac and cheese as a serious pasta dish rather than a simple side, and their creative variations like buffalo chicken mac prove that great mac and cheese can be a foundation for even more indulgent creations. Panera Bread mac and cheese secures number 4 with near legendary status as the gold standard of restaurant mac and cheese. Panera has been serving bakery cafe fare since 1987, and their mac and cheese has achieved iconic status in fast casual dining. This creamy concoction uses shell pasta with a blend dominated by sharp white cheddar, creating rich, almost buttery cheese profile that elevates it above typical arteries. A sauce is ultra creamy. One taster called it the elevate version of Velveeta's Shausen cheese, delivering nostalgic comfort with real cheese sophistication. And eat this, not that. Taste test found Panera's mac indulgently creamy, yet also soaked in a mild yet sharp cheddar cheese taste, praising the perfectly tender shells that act like little bows for the sauce. It's even better served as Panera offers a piping hot, pat-lane sourdough bread bowl for extra decadence. When it's on point, freshly made, thick, and velvety, this mac and cheese is truly magnificent, with depth and sharpness that feel almost gourmet for a quick-serve joint. To be fair, Panera can be inconsistent. Some customers report occasional batches that turn out runny, but when executed properly, the quality justifies that higher price tag. And one thing that the extra cost is justified when you taste that core. Panera ranks 4 because they deliver comfort food luxury in a way few others do, creating mac and cheese that's both familiar and sophisticated enough to serve as a destination dish rather than just a side. Arby's White Cheddar Mac and Cheese claims number 3 as the limited-time legend they quietly create one of the best fast food mac and cheeses ever. When Arby's decided to branch beyond roast beef, they create something extraordinary. If you were lucky enough to catch it, their white cheddar mac and cheese is only offered occasionally, but it consistently blows away expectation every time. Here's Ulk's simple elbow macaroni and peel creamy white cheddar sauce. To take one bite and it's clear this is an all-time great mac and cheese. The secret is the distinctively tangy real white cheddar and sauce, which brings decadent velvety richness and sharpness that cuts through so it never tastes flat. The noodles are robust and perfectly cut, trapping that luscious sauce in every curve. Arby's even experimented with a low McVary, adding bacon, ranch, and chicken bits in delicious cues. But testers agree the plain white cheddar mat outshined the over-the-top fern. How good is it? A Daily Mills pal urged readers to set that Google alert so they don't miss it next time it's May. Their level of enthusiasm for food critics says everything about the quality. Arby's ranks there because they prove that that food mac and cheese can rival something a Remy Vake. Limitations of availability. This legendary mac only appears occasionally, making it more of a special event than a reliable option. Popeye's Homestyle mac and cheese earns number 2 as baked perfection that delivers on every comfort food promise. Popeye has been serving Louisiana-style comfort food since 1972, and their mac and cheese gives a full home-style treatment. Each order is topped with shredded cheddar and baked until bubbly, creating a golden, crispy cheese crust over creamy math beneath. The contrast between the crispy cheese topping and creamy interior creates textural variety that makes every bite interesting. The cheese sauce is rich and flavorful with proper seasoning, while the pasta maintains ideal al dente texture throughout. The baking process creates concentrated cheese flavors and an appealing visual presentation that makes it feel like homemade comfort food rather than fast food sides. The portion size is generous, and the quality is consistently excellent. It's so good that the late Anthony Bourdain, once dubbed Popeye's mac and cheese, is ultimate guilty pleasure. So why is it number 2? Only because our next pick managed to be even more craveable by a hair. Make no mistake, Popeye's mac and cheese is absolutely top tier and could proudly stand on the table next to your Thanksgiving sides. Taking the number 1 spot as Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese, which and just the token sire, it is sure and it's alright. I think we're the best fast food mic out there. Founded in 1946, Chick-fil-A has built a reputation for quality that extends to every menu item. What makes their mac and cheese so special? First, they's blend of Parmesan, cheddar, and Romano cheeses for deep, flavorful complexity that most chains can't match. Next, Ashry Bacon in Restaurant Deli. UEO's magical browned cheesy bits on top that screen homemade comfort. The texture strikes gold. It's just a velvety paneers, but with a heightened level of richness. Each forkful is coated in thick, creamy sauce that sticks lovingly to the tender elbow noodles. So luscious you can almost eat the sauce on its own. Absolutely packed with flavor when you get that 3-cheese punt. Those toasted cheese crust pieces leached well are little nuggets of umami bliss that amplify each bite. This mac and cheese won recent taste tests for its sheer 3-cheese flavor depth and irresistible indulgence, securing its spot as my top pick from food critics. It's not flawless. Some Reddit commenters say quality can vary slightly by day, but at its best, Chick-fil-A's mac is phenomenal. It's creamy, rich, but not one-dimensional, and literally made to be sewer. Some fans hack by adding it to sandwiches, or doing it solo as a comfort meal. Chick-fil-A managed to take a beloved classic and do it justice on a fast food scale. Chick-fil-A earns the crown because they've created mac and cheese that's both accessible and exceptional, proving that fast food can achieve genuine comfort food excellence when quality and technique are prioritized over shortcuts. There you have it. Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese takes the crown as America's best mac and cheese offering. From the processed mediocrity at the bottom to the 3-cheese excellence at the top, this ranking shows that great mac and cheese requires quality ingredients, proper technique, and genuine care in preparation. The best versions balance creaminess with flair, comfort with sophistication, and tradition with innovation. The lesson here is clear. Mac and cheese may be simple comfort food. The thipless meat easy. The best versions require quality ingredients, proper technique, and the kind of attention to detail that separates great comfort food from mediocre cafeteria fare. What do you think? Did your favorite mac and cheese get robbed? Or do you agree that Chick-fil-A deserves the crown? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more food ratings that separate the creamy from the cloppy.